wasting my tea, y'all. Just wasting my tea. I'm just logging in early in case people have specific questions because we only have an hour today. Cleaning up my tea. We only have an hour because I actually work for a living. I work here. I actually work here at Abercom, and I have a client. Excuse me. This is very unprofessional. Have a client right after this, a small business that we're helping to get going. So let me see. I can share my screen with you guys. Hold on one second. Hopefully they let me chop this down so y'all don't have to look at all this beforehand. But if so, you ain't gonna die. You'll be all right. Here we go. We'll get started here in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Start putting some links in the chats. right, you guys, we got another minute and I'll get started because this is being recorded and it doesn't matter if you're on here right now. I'm not going to wait for you. Mm, give you one more minute. Okay, I lost my live.
Okay, I lost my live.
Hey, I see
Okay, I lost
Big
my
Sarge is
live.
in the building.
Hey,
Oh,
I see. Okay, I lost
Big
my
Sarge is
live.
in the building.
Hey,
Oh,
I see. Okay, I lost my live.
hold on. Ah, there we go. Can you hear me? Just type in the chat if you can hear me. I'm pretty sure. I see my microphone is on and the thing is moving. So we'll go ahead and get started. I see we have the veterans in the building. Veterans in the building. Hey, Liana. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So, first, I just want to introduce myself to those who don't know me. I'm Niall Cook. I'm the owner of Abracom Virtual Solutions. And what we do is we help people quit their job. That's basically what we do. We help you quit your job, but in a strategic way. We help you get government certifications, build your business credit. We're mainly a tech company, so we build your website and we help you drive traffic to that website. But then we focus on getting you ready to be bankable and to get your government certifications. Um, there's a lot of money called set asides um, that are that's out there for black owned businesses, woman owned businesses, veteran owned businesses, and a combination of any of those and other designations in your local city and county. But you have to be set up a certain way to be able to or to in order to be able to receive those. So we help you through that process. But today we're going to talk about something that is a little different, but it's still in the same vein. It is government, I'm sorry, not government, grants, business grants. Yes, they are real and they are out there. They do have, you have to find them, you have to apply for them, and you have to give them what they need. So there was one, and I'll just use this as an example. There was a Instagram page out today that Mia Ray, and she's the owner of Glamaholics, and she just gave a $5,000 grant. She just gave it today, and what you had to do, all you had to do was put together a 60-second pitch and post that pitch on your Instagram and tag them. And instead of her choosing one because there were so many good submissions, she actually chose two businesses and gave one 5,000, and I think gave the other 2,500, or maybe one 5,000, the other 2,500. So when we talk about funding, this is one funding source that is the best type of funding to get. So if you are in front of your computer, or if you're not, I want you guys to go to helloalice.com and create a profile there. I'm going to type that in the chat. This is it's not just one grant that they do, that they have here. This website has so many grants. They are always reaching out. They're always sending me emails and giving me grants to apply for. So please go and create a profile there. Before we get started, I'd like for you guys to do that. Also, I'm a Small Biz Pro affiliate, and I have my affiliate code in my bio. If you need a back office, which all businesses do, to keep up with your Dun and Bradstreet number, your LLC paperwork, all of your certifications and the things that you need, your tax records, all of the things that you need for your certifications, Small Biz Pro is what I use. I am an affiliate. All of my clients have to use Small Biz Pro because that is a centralized way for us to keep up with their documents in a secure fashion instead of using like Google Docs or something like that. So just want to say that. Now, also, I'm going to give you a link to I Fund Women. They are a great nonprofit organization that has many grants. If you are not subscribed, please do subscribe. I'm sending out this list. I'll be sending out this list to you guys. We only have an hour, so I won't be able to go over all of the grants. But I Fund Women is specifically for women, women-owned businesses. And then we have another grant opportunity for our veterans because we appreciate our veterans. I'm going to post that one in the chat also. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk about something that I talked about in my previous video. Because Black-owned businesses do not have equal access to capital, we have to focus on revenue generating activity. And I would consider this live a revenue generating activity because I'm helping you generate money by getting grants. So I didn't go through the grants on this website because there are so many, and you can do that on your own time. So let's go through the first grant I want to talk about, which most of the people on this live are in LA. This is called Pledge LA. I'm going to put that in the chat. It's pledgela.org/founders fund. And this grant is for $25,000. Let that sink in. This is $25,000 that you don't have to pay back. This is your money to build your business. I'm going to put that in the chat. And I want to go over some of the details because when it comes to these grants, you have to qualify for the grant. The grant is now open. It opened on, I think it opened March 8th. but the grant is now open. It is everything has to be turned in by April 10th. It is a larger grant, so you have to do a little bit more for this grant. So what you get $25,000 in funding, a three months of intense training, which all businesses need. I still participate in coaching, and a one-on-one advising and ongoing support. This Fund LA is sponsored by the Magic Johnson Foundation, Annenberg Foundation, Grid 110, Hilton, Conrad Hilton Foundation, so many. Okay, it opened up on the 1st. So March to the beginning of April are the applicant workshops. They have two workshops, two info sessions, one on March 8th and March 29th. All of this information is on their website, but I just want to go through this and I want to pull up the application so you can know what you're looking at. When it comes to a larger grant like this, it's not something you can just go on the website and apply for all at once. You have to be very strategic in what they're looking for. This is more like a pitch contest. So you have to be ready. So let me see. People who qualify is businesses who have one or more co-founders that identify as Black or Latinx. You have, for this grant, not for all grants, but for this grant, your business has to be based in Los Angeles County. Has to be. There's no negotiating this stuff. You have to be a for-profit business. This is not for nonprofits. Nonprofits do have other grants, but Pledge LA is not. It's not for grants. It's not for nonprofits. You have to have received less than $250,000 in total funding. So that's investments, loans, and other grants, other kinds of funding. If you haven't received $250,000, you qualify. And why are they doing that? Because they want to help build businesses that don't have access to capital. So if you already have gotten 250,000 in loans or whatever, then they feel like you're not our target market. We want to help other businesses. And in the application, they say they recommend that you copy and paste the questions somewhere else and then come back and answer the questions and put the application together. So some of the things they want to know, there was something on this application that I really wanted you to focus on. There are a lot of paragraph based questions. So I recommend when you put your answers together that you have people read over them for you, you know, just to proofread, just to see how it feels. I welcome you to do that. Um, One of the questions is, why are you and your team uniquely qualified to build this business? One thing about grants is, for most grants, you really have to sell yourself. And you don't just have to fill out this application. After this, there is another step where they want to talk to you, they want to see you. You know, they want to know, how long has your business been open? Describe your business, describe the people in your business. They want to know, what problem are you solving? What is your competitive advantage? They're going to ask you a lot of questions, and they're asking this because they want to make sure we're giving this to a business that's going to go somewhere with it. So I would say that this is for any industry. So like Liana, so Liana Berry and Treat, they make amazing chocolates. Like amazing strawberry chocolates. Like we were sneaking back in there getting more. Just look, don't worry about it. So for a business like that, I would really sell them, like really sell them on, this is a luxury experience that I am providing. Also, in addition, I will use this funding to become a vendor in the airport. Um, I would use this funding to become a vendor at they have the Afro SoCo Black Business Expo that's coming up. Let them know like how your business is uniquely performing. I would say, hey, I because my product is so stellar and because my process stands out so much, I'm going to use this to go after corporate contracts with these hotels, go after become a wedding vendor and get in touch with the what do you call those, wedding planners and wedding vendors or people who do bridal showers, and really, don't think of yourself as, oh, I just make, you know, treats. No, it's about an experience. It's about the luxury. When you talk about Ghirardelli chocolate, you could say, oh, it's just chocolate. No, it's Ghirardelli chocolate, and this is what they do. This ain't Hershey's. This ain't Nestle. This Ghirardelli. So Liana Treat and Berry, this is something that you would see me in a hotel, gift shop. This is something that you can order for your spouse, as a gift. I'm just saying that's what they want to see. That's what they want to hear. Also, there are a lot of them are all about community. So one of the questions is, how will this accelerator program and the funding take your company to the next level? So we talked about how it's going to take your company to the next level, but they want to know how the accelerator program, because they don't just want to give you the money, they want to help you form your business and shape your business so that you can maximize the income that they've brought to you so that you can bring in more money. So that's just this one. And then another unique thing about this grant is you have to have a pitch deck, like a deck, slides, PowerPoint slides, a 2-minute intro video. I just did a video. I don't know how to share stuff on here yet. So one day I'll learn how to do that. But I just did a little pitch video, and what I'll do, I'm going to share it on my Instagram and you guys can see it. It's a little over 60 seconds. I was trying to get it to 60 seconds, but I didn't. I'll cut it down a little bit. But what we were able to do is just succinctly talk about who you are, what your business does, what problem your business solves, who you help, and then how the grant will help you. So I started mine by saying, this is Nael with Abracon Virtual Solutions, and we help people quit their jobs. Short, sweet, and so that they can get it. So find your thing. What's your thing? And then once you have that, talk to other people, get their input. Say, is it clear? One thing, there's a saying from Einstein where he said, if you can't explain to a 6-year-old what you do, and then that 6-year-old explain to another 6-year-old what you do, then your message is not clear. So we want to be very, very clear in our messaging. So for LA Pledge, you need to have a pitch deck, your 2-minute intro video. You really have to answer all these questions and any other documents, supporting that, that you're a business in LA, anything like that. So in addition to those things, we always want to make sure our businesses are already set up properly. So you should already have a website, because that's the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to look you up. They're going to look for your website. They're going to look for your Facebook page. They're going to look to see if you're a credible business. They don't want to just give you $25,000 and you may not even be a credible business. You may just be a slick talker. So that's Pledge LA. It's $25,000. It's for LA only. It is due April. Let's go back. What did I say? April 10th. Everything has to be turned in. I would recommend getting it in. I'd recommend getting it in early. And I'm not sure, but I think there is a limited amount of grants that they give for this one, but you'll just have to read through the details. So that's that one. The next one is Rebuild the Block. I'm going to put the link in the chat. It's rebuildtheblock.org/apply. I have too many screens. And I'm giving y'all all of these, but I apply to these too. I apply. Look, there's enough money out there for everybody. There's no need for me to find all the grants and apply for them and don't tell y'all about them. We all gonna apply, and look, whoever come up, just look out for me. But I've won a lot of grants, and so I really didn't believe that there were grants out there. Honestly, I'd never seen them until the pandemic. I'd never seen actual real grants for businesses. I just hadn't seen them. So let's go to rebuildtheblock.org. And also, when you're speaking to these organizations, go and learn something about the organization so you can speak to what's important to them. This is the same thing as if you were pitching to an investor or asking for seed funding. You want to talk about what's important to them and not talk about, well, I just want to help people, because a lot of our businesses, we say that a lot in our pitch. But depending on what type of organization that you're talking to, they don't care that you want to help people. They want to know, how much money are you bringing in? How are you set up? What are your future plans? So speak to those things. So I posted the link. It's rebuildtheblock.org/apply. This grant is limited. They only allow 90 applicants. They do three rounds, like they run them in 3-month cycles. So every 3 months, this is a recurring grant, which is amazing. I would apply for every last one of these grants. So when I send out the spreadsheet, one of the fields that I have the name of the grant, the link, the qualifications, when it opens, when it closes, and have you put in a calendar reminder. There are so many grants. As soon as you see the opening and closing dates, go put it in your calendar, a calendar reminder. This is when this grant opens. This is how much it is. Put in your calendar reminder. And then I have another section that says applied, yes or no. Have you applied? And you can, you really, please go after these grants. They're out there and you really can win grants. I should have brought my check. I have they give you those big checks. I'm gonna put it in my office so y'all can believe me. You must be, for the Rebuild the Block grant, you must be a small Black-owned business located in the U.S. Your business has either had to have been impacted by COVID or by looting. When it was going down. And you must have launched your business before January. Look at my little lace showing, Lord. You must have launched your business before January the 1st of 2020. So they're probably going to ask you for your incorporation papers. So this may or may not apply to you, but it'll apply to somebody. So let somebody else know if it doesn't apply to you. And then if you meet the requirements, they allow 90 submissions, but they only select 15 people each cycle. Personally, I don't worry about the odds. The odds been against me my whole life, and I've been all right. We're gonna be all right. So it runs every 3 months. I would set a calendar reminder and I would apply to this every 3 months. And this application, I don't think it's open yet. Is it open? No, it opens March 25th and it ends April 25th. So you can't apply for it now, but set a calendar reminder and you'll be able to go in and apply for that. Okay. Just seeing how we're doing on time, because like I said, I work for a living. I do have a client going. Okay. Now this one is Ladies Who Launch. This is another one for women only. I'm going to give you this. This is one for $10,000. I've had all the ladies in my circle, or apply for this. This one, it doesn't require a video, but it does require um, a lot of writing. Not even gonna lie, it was a lot of writing. It was a lot of writing on this one. Um, so you get $10,000 cash grant and 6 months of mentorship, education, community, and amplification. I recommend there. Oh, let me just give all the stats on it. You have to be a woman in order to qualify. You have to be a woman or non-binary. And it's open now and it's due on March 27th. So set that calendar reminder to have it done by March 27th. I would say just sit down, read the questions first, take a day or so to think about it, unless you're used to, like, I have kind of, this is another thing I do when I apply for grants. When I answer the questions, I copy and paste them and I put them in a folder, a file, a document called answers. Because a lot of them ask the same questions and I'm not having to think every single time about what I want to say. So I just go into my answers file and I find something that's kind of similar and then maybe I'll touch up on it a little bit. But really think about what they're asking you. So I got too many tabs open. That's what the problem is. So let's go to, oh, ladies who launch. Ladies who launch. So you, let me just read this. It's to meet the needs of the fast growing community of women entrepreneurs, particularly by BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, people of color, and LGBTQ founders, and to navigate supply chain disruptions and inflation and other challenges. This program remains critical. I do agree with that. So, oh, one thing about this, you have to create an account with something called Submittable. It tells you that on the first page, but it's not. It'll let you click onto the next thing, but don't click. Click on the Submittable link and create your profile with Submittable, because that's, I guess, that's the third party that they use. Make sure you click on that link and create your profile with Submittable. Go back to your email, verify your email address, then just go back to the website and then do the application. But don't skip that step, because that's what they use, and they won't get your application if you they won't get your application if you don't use that. So a few of the business criterias for this one, you have to be in certain industries. They don't they don't allow porn or those types of things. You have to be in certain industries. You can't be in finance. Let's see. Must be incorporated and located and operating in the United States. Consumer-based products, business direct to customer, and business to business. Oh no, you can't be in finance. You can't be in finance. You must have a 2021 gross revenue. So last year, you must have made at least $75,000 in your business. That's why it's important to be set up properly. That's why if you're not a client, you need to be a client, because you're going to have to show this. So do you have a QuickBooks account? Do you have an accountant? Like, how are you keeping up with how much money your business is bringing in? And also, when it comes to how much it's bringing in, you can write a promissory note to your business and loan your business money instead of using your personal money. It's still your money, but you need to loan it to your business. So once your business makes money, your business needs to pay you back. So you don't have to commingle funds, but that's another thing. You can't have previously raised money with venture capital firms. You have to be a for-profit. You cannot be a nonprofit. and you have to have been incorporated before January 1st, 2020. So, they have this whole thing of they want businesses that started before the pandemic, basically. You have to have a staff between 2 and 30 employees. Now, they said employees, which in California, employees means employees. None of that independent contractor stuff. California don't play that. But they said employees here, but they technically don't mean employees. They mean full-time, part-time employees or independent contractors. So anybody you use as a contractor here, a contractor can be a whole nother company that you use to perform a service. So you would have you as one, and then your contractor, whoever you use their services for, and they do things for your business, then that's your second person. So you're like, oh, it's just me. Well, no, you have somebody that you contract with to do something. Hopefully, you're not doing everything by yourself. So it says this grant is to help independent small businesses and entrepreneurs. Um, Publicly traded companies don't qualify. Nonprofits, subsidies, and business franchisees do not qualify. And then this is a very lengthy application, very wordy. So again, um, copy and paste all the questions, and answer them separately, and then go over your answers with people so you can make sure that that's clear with them. See, that's why I don't like this. So that is, what was that one? If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat and I can answer them at the end. That's Pledge LA. So we did Pledge LA, Rebuild the Block, Ladies Who Launch, Glamaholic, which we couldn't really do Glamaholic because the deadline, it said the deadline was today, but the deadline was actually yesterday, and then they told who the winners were today. So now we'll do KKR. I don't know why I keep calling this KBB. This is KKR Business Builder Grants for female founders. So a lot of this is that I have is for females, but we do have other ones that are out there. This one doesn't actually have that many stipulations as the other ones. This can be found on helloalice.com. Once you create a profile, they'll probably send this to you, but it's due April 22nd. It's open now. It is a $10,000 grant. KKR, small business builder. Let's see, businesses, it has to be a business that's led by a woman identifying founder. It can be anywhere around the world. And let's see, they have an emphasis. The emphasis for this one is they're pivoting in response to the pandemic and they are operated by historically underrepresented groups. To be eligible, this is what we need to know. The business must be a majority, that's 51%, owned by a woman or woman identifying individual, have between 5 and 50 employees, and have less than $7 million in annual revenue. I'm sure if you had more than $7 million in annual revenue, you wouldn't be watching this. And you also have to demonstrate a need for support and a strong plan for moving forward. Remember, I talked about that. A strong plan for moving forward. It's not like, okay, well, if I'm selling plates out the house, it's like, well, I just need more to-go boxes. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it like that. I'm planning on starting a online ordering service where they can order gourmet meals hand prepared by a chef. Don't say I'm making plates. That's what we say back home. We making plates. Don't say it like that. You really have to sell them on your idea and show them that there is potential for future growth. Again, like I said, this is a very lengthy application, but it's for $10,000. So I think that's okay. One of the questions is elaborate on how you intend to use this grant funding. Always talk about. I'm going to read what I put. So if you want to use some of what I put, that's fine. It's enough money out here for everybody. I said we're launching a new course, and the new course that we're launching is going to be the Level Up Academy, where we foster businesses. We take on 26 businesses and we work with them for a year to build their business from the ground up to um, start doing government contracting or corporate contracting and really, really, really work intensely with them. So I said, it says, please elaborate on how you intend to use this grant funding. I said, we're launching a new course and expanding our service area further into Los Angeles. We are beginning a marketing campaign and want to reach our in-person and digital clients. We will use strategic TV show appearances, podcasts, and other speaking engagements. Period. I forgot to put my period there. So I'm talking big. That's what they want to see. Talk big. Think big. Think of your company as big. Some of these answers I kind of already have. Like, tell us more about you and your business. Why did you become a business owner? What is the origin story of your business? If you don't have an origin story, you need to start working on that now because everybody wants to know origin story. That should be on your website. People want to do business with people. They want to do business with people they connect with. So your origin story is part of your brand. I know I am a very private person. You wouldn't know it because I'm on YouTube. But I'm a very private person with the things that are dear to me. But I had to, hi, Jacques joined. I had to create an origin story, build my own brand, get a photo shoot done with Matthew the photographer from Good Luck Films, Good Luck Road Films. I had to get all that done because these are large companies and you have to look at it from their perspective. They want something out of this too. They're giving you a grant, but you're doing something for them too. They get to put your face in their profile on their website at the end of the year to say, hey, look at these people that we helped. And then in turn, they get more customers by saying, hey, we're not just a company, we help people also. And then people say, oh, okay, well, I'll shop at your store then since you do this. So always think about it. I say this when you're dealing with businesses, always think about it in terms of them saying, what's in it for me? What's in it for you? Oh, you get all of this. That's what you get. Um, let's see. So again, they all have a lot of the same questions. Copy and paste these answers into a file called answers. They're the same questions. They want to know about your origin story. How will you use this $10,000 grant to establish or accelerate your business? That's the same question from the last one that we just went over. How does your business connect with and support your community? A lot of them are going to want to know about that. What else should we know about your business? So basically, that's that one. It's pretty long, so again, think about it. And the more you apply, the easier it is to do them and just go click, 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 and go to the next thing. So next, let's go over our veteran funding. Yay, veterans! Thank you for your service. I posted it already. I don't know if you guys can see what I previously posted. So for our veterans, and this is just one. We don't have a lot of time. I mean, we only got 20 minutes left, and then we still have to open up for questions. So we have, I've just put it in there, Street Shares Foundation. It's the Veterans Small Business Award. Submit your application today. Let's see what they're talking about here. And this is just one. Also, I'm going to give you guys the SBA. I'm doing this now so I don't forget. SBA has so many programs for veterans. You know, I I always say when it comes to bidding for government contracts, if you really want like a royal flush of certifications, if you get a minority owned or woman owned, that's awesome. The only thing that trumps those, I mean, minority owned, woman owned, economically disadvantaged, those are awesome and that will get you in the door. The only thing that trumps that is veteran owned. If a veteran owned business bids on the bid that you own, you probably gonna lose. You probably gonna lose because there are service members. You served in the military. Yes, yes, we'll give you this contract. Um, so anyway, so Streets Share Foundation, they do a lot of grant funding. They have the veteran business. They give out all different kinds of amounts: 15,000, 4,000, 5,000. I would find them. Let's see. They have a whole educational program for this grant. They also help you create your video pitch, which is you have to. Again, I'm going to post my video pitch, the one that I made this morning. It's less than 60 seconds. Again, for those who weren't there, I started just how I started. Hey, this is Naya with Avercom Virtual Solutions, and we help people quit their job. That's what we do. And then we go in and we show how, because like what that's you want to start with who you are, what problem do you solve? We'll do a pitch class later. This is supposed to be about grants. So also that's a separate company. You can also go to the SBA. The SBA has amazing programs for veterans. Let me grants, and I'm gonna put this link in the chat, you guys. Grants and loans. They can match you with different lenders. The SBA typically for loans doesn't, you don't go to the SBA. You would go to a bank, and that bank would go through the SBA for the program. They have a lot of training. They specifically have they have one because I know I have my disabled veteran on here, and I want to give you that link. They have a program for disabled veterans, business owners. I don't know if you're connected. I'm going to give you also VBOC, the Veteran Business Outreach Center. They are always on the they're really in front of everything when it comes to new funding that comes out. They are going to be your go-tos. So let me just see. I really want to get to they help you with your business plan, mentorship. I want to find the Western uh, region just so I can tell you, because I know most of my people are Pacific out west. So they have, oh, we may not have one in LA. We have uh, Carlsbad, California, and then we have one in Northern California in um, Fairfield, California, that they actually have a physical office. Then they have Arizona and Honolulu. They have a physical office there, but you can still work with them over the phone, and they will assign you somebody to work with. I would engage with them immediately. Now, I do give this disclaimer out when it comes to working with government organizations like PTAC and things like that. These people are not business owners. They know what they know about that program specifically, but they don't know anything about running business. So just, understand they work for the government. It, they might give you a little something, but I would say still work with them. You're going to have to do a lot of the work, is what I'm saying. You're going to have to do most of the heavy lifting. They'll probably just tell you about about the program and not necessarily be able to actually, help you that much. But that's why we're here. That's why Abraham is here. We help you filter out a lot of the program. So let me go back to SBA because I really want to spend the rest of this time on veterans. Okay, here it is. So, our service disabled veteran owned small business program. So, you would say, well, service disabled. I can be service disabled and still run a business and still get a government contract. Yes, you can. And you're going to win. Don't bid against me because you're going to beat me. So, it's SDVOSB. Um, Let me see. So there's the set aside contract. You have to get the certification. You have to get the certification. So that's something that we help you with. But if you want to read more about it, I'm going to put that in the chat for you. And for that, you must be a small business. You must be at least 51% owned and controlled by one or more service disabled veterans. A lot of businesses get in trouble by saying that they're veteran owned when it's really their uncle or their father that's veteran owned, but they don't actually run the business. So please, 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 y'all don't try to cut corners. Y'all just saw what happened with Jesse Smollett. I'm sorry, that's not funny. But they say he wasn't gonna get jail time. We black, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Don't if you're not a veteran owned business, we know that they get a lot and you can win really large contracts, but you can also go to really big jail. Just letting you know. So you must be at least 51% owned and controlled by one or more service disabled veterans. You have one or more service disabled veterans managing the day-to-day operations and making long-term decisions. Um, Eligible veterans must have a service-connected disability, and you should know whether your disability is service related. You can self-certify through sam.gov. Let's see. They have other programs. So I just sent you guys the link. But the SBA is a great resource for why you laughing? Why are you laughing? Robert over there laughing. Okay, we are gonna wrap up because again, like I said, I work for a living and I got a client coming. Um, if you are subscribed, make sure if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And what I'll do is I'll send out a list. I actually have a list of, let me tell you how many grants. How many pages is this? 14 pages of grants. So I'm just going to take like 2 minutes and read the names of them just in case, you're an overachiever and you just want to watch this video and write these down and go and apply or look them up. I'm only going to read the ones that are current because some of the ones that are in here have expired. I follow a lot of grant people. So I'm not your only resource. Go out and find other people that have won grants Find people that have won them and that are connected to that community. So let's see. We have Fresh Start Business Grant through InkFile. It's for entrepreneurs that are 20 years of old or older. They can get $2,500 towards their business startup costs. So this is for a business that hasn't started yet. This is really good. It's due on March 31st, which is coming up. So you should get on that one. AT&T Black Future Makers. Yes, I heard about this one a couple months back. It is a $10,000 grant. It's not due until December 31st. December 31st. So you got a lot of time to get it together. Black Future Makers are dedicated individuals pursuing greater possibilities for the greater good. So listen to that. That's what they want to hear. They want to see Black people who are pursuing greater possibilities for the greater good. So it has some kind of helping element to it. What they want is a 30 to 60 second photo. 30 to 60 second video and a photo, but they want it on your Instagram feed. You have to tag AT&T. You have to use the Dream in Black hashtag and the hashtag AT&T contest. So tag at AT&T, use Dream in Black hashtag and hashtag AT&T contest. This is a monthly grant. Every month they give somebody, it's a $10,000. They give somebody $10,000 every month. I haven't applied for this, but I just told you I did this pitch. I'm gonna go re-record it and add on the end AT&T. That's it. I have one little spot where I add in, please, what do I say? Please let me apply, or please award us this $10,000 grant for AT&T grant. So I would certainly, that's a monthly grant. That means that you have 12 tries. You have 12 tries. Let's see, that one's expired. Fearless Strivers. This is only for Black women 18 years and older. It's a $10,000 grant. Fearless Strivers. Oh, how we doing on time? 4:51. Okay. Her Rise, all one word, micro grant. It's a monthly $500 grant awarded to a for-profit small business owned by women of color. Past recipients have used the grants. This is important for computers, equipment, marketing materials, software purchases, website creation. Let's see. I'm scrolling because those are Aveeno. If you are in the skincare, Aveeno, it expires. It's called Aveeno Skin Health Startup Accelerator. Again, this is recorded. If you guys want to go back, that's why I'm just trying to give you all the names really quickly. Aveeno Skin Health Startup Accelerator, $100,000 due by April 30th. Looking for Black female entrepreneurs with a product, brand, or technology that meets the skin or hair care needs of Black consumers. I know somebody right now. It's my client that's about to come in. They're gonna apply for this. What else? Ooh, they have one coming up on the 15th. Oh, but this is one, some people pursuing a degree. Well, this may apply to someone's a scholarship and grant available to individuals pursuing a secondary degree in restaurant, food service, and hospitality industry. Pollination projects. Annual budget for your group or organization must be less than 50,000. You can request less than 40,000. Femtech is expired. Kern County Small Business Grants. Look into that. I don't have much details on that. La Miranda, the city has one. Well, the Los Angeles County Development, that one just ended. That was 10,000. I mean, these are real dollars. These are real dollars. Orange County micro business one. If you're in Orange County, they have a micro business one, that ends on March 15th. It's $2,500. If you have made less than $50,000 in business, you must be either a low income, low wealth, or a veteran. Come on, veterans, or a woman or person of color. Miami-Dade. I don't think we have anybody from Miami here. Georgia, Idaho, Louisiana. We're almost out of time. So, do you guys have any questions? Any questions? Put it in the chat. If you can't think of anything now, but you are wanting to have your business set up properly to be able to receive these grants, um, or you can also just follow us. I'll be putting more information about it. We don't do a lot of talks about grants. We do a lot of talking about building business credit based on your EIN only and not on your social security number. The statistic, and I will post that also, most minority owned businesses use their personal money to fund their business, and that is not sustainable, and that's not how you're supposed to do business. You're supposed to build your business credit. Even if you have to start with net 30 accounts, then that's where you have to start. Oh, Louisiana, yeah. Okay. I'll send you some Louisiana grants. Business grants. They have a lot of them. You just have to tell your story, you know? This is killing me. You just have to tell your story. So I'll make sure. Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. We also have for Maryland. I don't know if anybody's in the Maryland area. It's called BGE, Energizing Small Business Grant. It is $20,000. You just have to be located in Maryland. So that's B as in boy, G as in George, E as in Edward, Energizing Small Business Grant. There's also one for New England, Power Forward Small Business Grant. Um, yeah, that's it, you guys. Don't forget to go to Hello Alice and create a profile. Go to iFund Women. For my veterans, go to sba.gov. Use the links that I have supplied to you, and let's get funded. Cars need gas, businesses need money. You cannot, you just cannot. You're welcome, Liana. You just cannot run a business with well wishes and passion. You need money. So, and because again, we do not have equal access to capital, we have to use every opportunity, be it grants, building your business credit, government contracting. Most small businesses that are doing over a million, 5 million in revenue yearly is because they're doing government contracts or corporate contracts. So let's get our businesses set up properly with our Dun and Bradstreet number. Let's start building our trade lines. You should have at least 7 trade lines. It can be WEX, Uline, all the things that we talk about on a regular basis. So Monday, what we do is business credit. We do business credit only. So you can join me Monday. I always am pulling in more business credit because when you go after government contracts, they want to make sure that, hey, if I give you $1 million contract that you and I don't pay for 15 days, do you have the money and the resources to fulfill the contract? That's what you have your trade lines for. Like, yes, I have access to capital here, here, and here, and here. So thank you guys. It was great. If you have any questions, reach out to me, avercomvs.com, 888-365-8849. And you can book us. Book us for a consultation and let us help get your business off the ground. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I got real work to do. Oh, let me know. Let me know too. If you win any of these grants, let me know now. All right. Bye, y'all.